Come on already, hurry up and sign this divorce agreement. I guess I have no choice but to sign it. But before I do that, I want to ask Alan directly why he cheated on me with this woman. I hate to break it to you, Melanie, but while we were in bed last night, Alan told me that I was way better than you.
Trouble busters!
Attention hospital staff, Director Allen is now making his rounds. My name is Melanie. I'm a full-time homemaker who's currently staying at the Redmond Hospital, the biggest hospital in my city.
Hey, Ellen, is there anything you can do for my chronic procrastination? I'll look into that tomorrow, maybe. Can you hand me the x-ray of his leg, please? Thanks. Your leg is healing up great. You should be able to go home soon. Take care.
There he goes. That smart-looking doctor making his rounds right now is the hospital director, Alan. I'm the luckiest woman in the world just because I get to call him my husband. He's such a dream. It's a bummer that I broke my arm. But the silver lining for me is that I get to have a close-up look at Alan on the job. Although having such a handsome husband does make me nervous sometimes.
Huh? You're asking me if I think that Alan is cheating on you?
That's right. I mean, look at him. My husband is a complete dreamboat, isn't he? Women must be lining up to be with a guy like him.
The way I see it, there are two possible scenarios here. Scenario 1, Alan is cheating on you. Scenario 2, he's not.
That doesn't tell me anything. Can't you say anything more helpful?
You don't need to worry about Alan. Alan's not the kind of guy who would betray anyone's trust, much less his own wife.
Yeah, I know he's not. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere by just asking people for their opinions. That day at lunch, I went over to the nurse's station where all the girls were gathered to listen to what they were saying. Director Alan is such a great guy and he's a total dream. He's humble. He genuinely cares for the patients. He's a great listener. I wish I could have married him. Are you joking? Have you ever seen yourself in a mirror? Excuse me? What's your problem? A girl can dream, can't she? Yeah, and with faces like yours, dreaming is all you'll ever be doing. Unlike me. What are you talking about? The director is married, and from what I hear, he's super devoted to his wife. That's exactly right. It's his loyalty to his woman that makes him so attractive. Oh no, you didn't know? I guess you deserve to know. Deserve to know what? Spit it out. Actually, the director and I used to be a couple. You did? I sure did, and what's more, he told me that he wants to divorce his wife and get back together with me. What? What did she just say? There's no way that can be true. Right? Is it possible that Alan's really cheating on me? I can't say there's a 0 chance, it's true, but even if it's only a small chance, there's still a chance. And that girl is, well, she's a lot prettier than me. Everything about her exudes confidence, from her clothes to her posture, even the way she talks. I'm gonna need to look into this to find out who's telling the truth. But how will I do that? I can't just come right out and ask her. Good afternoon, how are you feeling? Oh no, it's you. What do you mean, oh no? Uh-oh. Don't tell me, did you figure out what's going on between me and Alan? Well, did you? Yes, I did. I heard you talking at the nurse's station about how Alan wants to marry you. Wow, you were eavesdropping. That's pretty low. In other words, it suits you perfectly. You're a lowly woman and your husband is sick and tired of you. So break up with him now. He's mine. I can't do that. It's only a matter of time before he kicks you to the curb, you know. You're 100% getting divorced, so rip off the Band-Aid and get it over with. This is your only chance to end it clean and easy. Or would you rather go through a bitter divorce, spend tens of thousands on lawyers, and end up hating each other? Well, if possible, I'd prefer to avoid a divorce entirely. Ugh, you're such a pain. Please stop! What are you doing? Would you wake up already? Do you want proof? Here, look at this picture. Now do you get it? What is it? It's a picture of me and Alan on a date, you idiot. He's my man, so break up with him. But I don't want to. This isn't about what you want. She went on for a long time after that, trying to get me to break up with Alan, but no matter what she said, I never agreed to it. Fine, you leave me no choice. You want to die alone and unloved after suffering through a bitter divorce with Alan? You'll get your wish. I don't want that at all. Too bad, you're getting it. That doesn't sound good. Alan's the most important person in the world to me. I can never break up with him. But that picture, it was real. And the two of them look like a real couple having a good time on a date. When he first asked me out, Alan told me that I was his first girlfriend and that girls were never really interested in him through all of his school days. I don't know what to think. I need to get answers. Did Alan lie to me? And if he did, then why? When Megan, my nurse, came around to give me my dinner that night, I decided to ask her what she thinks about Alan. If you're that worried, why don't you just talk to Alan about it yourself? He's your husband after all. No way, I could never do that. Think about it. What if I ask him whether he's having an affair or not and he says,
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna divorce you and marry her. You know why? It's 'cause you're ugly!
if Alan said something like that to me, I don't think I'd ever recover from it. I'd sink into a depression for the rest of my life. Or worse, I might just have a heart attack from shock and die on the spot. Okay. Well, how about this? I can go and look into it for you. Would you like me to do that? But what? You're worried about him, aren't you? I'll do a little investigating on my own. I have my sources. You would do that for me? I'm sorry, if I weren't such a coward, I would do it myself. Leave it all to me, Melanie. You focus on your recovery. Hey, doctor, who do you like more, me or your wife?
Oh, come on. What kind of choice is that? Seriously? Obviously, I like you better.
I'm so happy. So, what are you gonna do about your current wife?
I've made up my mind on that. I'm gonna break up with her.
Oh, wow, do you mean it? Do you promise? Promise me, Alan.
Of course, I promise. Ideally, I prefer it if Melody were to bring up getting a divorce before I do. I don't know. I feel like it'd be a pain to bring it up myself. I'm hoping she gets what's going on without me having to say it.
I'm really sorry you had to hear that, Melanie, but, well, you said you wanted to know for sure, right? No, this can't be. No. Oh no, Melanie, wait, come back. I don't know what to believe anymore. That voice on the recording, it was Alan's voice. There's no mistaking it. What am I going to do? I'm so scared. Please, won't somebody help me? What the? Huh? I was so lost in thought that I didn't even notice the huge truck barreling towards me. Oh no, it's coming right for me. I gotta move. That was the last thing I remembered. I was knocked out cold by the impact.
Melanie!
Hey, Director Allen, you're looking really great today. How about a date with yours truly tonight? You can give up on that woman. She's never waking up again. She's a vegetable. Do you really want to stay married to a vegetable? If you want, you can come by my place. Or maybe you would prefer to stay in a nice hotel. Honestly, I'd be fine going anywhere as long as you and I can be alone together. I can hear voices. Alan and that woman? But where am I?
Melody, please! Open your eyes! Wake up!
Alan, are you listening to me? Let's go. I'm not moving from the spot until you say yes. You know you want to, so just say it. You haven't changed one bit since middle school, have you?
Melanie? Melanie? Melanie! You're awake! Oh, thank God. I'm so glad you finally woke up.
Oh man, why couldn't she just die? Meh, whatever. This is just a setback. Alan will be mine soon enough. I'm going back to work, sweetie. Talk to you later.
Melanie, how are you feeling? Are you in pain?
Yeah, my arms and legs all hurt quite a bit. Hey, wait, I can't speak.
What's wrong, Melanie? Are you okay? Oh no. Did you lose your voice?
Even though I had woken up, for some reason I was still unable to speak. When Ellen took me to a neurologist for an examination, he said that the impact caused such a shock to my system that I might not be able to speak for some time. I broke both my arms and legs, so I can't write either. So at this point, the only means of communication I have are nodding my head and shaking my head no.
Don't worry, Melanie. The best doctors here are looking at you. We'll get your voice back in no time. But I can't help but wonder, what were you doing outside the hospital? Did something happen? Were you in some sort of trouble?
Some sort of trouble. My life was collapsing around me. I trusted you, Alan. You were my everything. How could you betray me like this? Several days went by, and despite all the doctor's best efforts, I still hadn't gotten my voice back. Then all of a sudden, well, if it isn't the ugliest person in the hospital, how are you feeling? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Oh yeah, that's right. You can't speak right now, can you? Well then, since you can't talk, how about you go ahead and be a good listener for me, okay? I love being the bearer of bad news, but Alan and I are getting married soon. Take a look for yourself. What's this picture? Does this clear things up for you at all? No. Well, I guess there's no more getting around it. Alan really did betray me. He was cheating on me all along. The look on your face right now is just priceless. But for real, don't tell me that you didn't see this coming. Any guy with 2 brain cells to rub together would pick me in a heartbeat. She's so cruel. Oh, this is incredible. You can't talk, but you can still cry. How fascinating. Here, this is a little present to you from Alan. She handed me a stack of papers, and when I read the words divorce agreement, my heart sank into my stomach. Alan had already signed the bottom of the page. I hate to break it to you, Melanie, but in bed last night, Alan told me that I was way better than you. So it's over, Melanie. You lost, I won. Hurry up and sign it so we can get this over with. I guess I don't have any choice but to do what she says. Before that, I want to hear everything directly from Alan. Stop messing around and sign it. Ah, that's right. Your arms and legs are broken. You can't move them, can you? Don't worry, Melanie. I'll give you a hand. Ow! Ouch! Your marriage is over in 3, 2, 1.
Hey! What's going on in here? What are you doing to Melanie?
Oh, hey, Alan. You're here just in time. I was just about to have Melanie sign the divorce agreement.
You what? Divorce agreement? What are you talking about?
Alan, how could you say that after all we've been through? You said that you wanted to marry me. And as long as you're still married to this useless invalid here, we can't get married.
I've never said anything of the sort. Divorce Melanie? Are you out of your mind? I could never divorce her.
What? But I heard what he said on the voice recorder. He said that he liked her more than me and wanted to marry her. Sure, you might not have said yes out loud, but we have a special connection that runs deeper than words can express. I heard your heart crying out to me, Alan, and it was saying, I do.
What is wrong with you? Are you listening to yourself? If you could really hear what my heart is saying, you would know that it belongs solely to Melanie. Couldn't you tell that I was ignoring you the other day? I didn't have time for your nonsense. I was 100% focused on my wife.
You can't hide anything from me, Alan. I know just how miserable this awful woman has made you and how much happier you'd be with me by your side.
I'm not miserable, and Melanie is not awful.
Your mouth might be saying that, but I remember, Alan. I can speak to your heart. The language of your heart speaks volumes more than any words can say. So when should we have the ceremony? Oh, and when can I come and meet your parents? Should we live at your place or mine? How many kids do you want to have? I've always dreamed of having a wedding on the beach in Hawaii and living in a high-rise apartment downtown. I know that won't be a problem at all with your salary, Alan. You're so amazing. I was thinking 3 kids sounds like a good number. 1 boy, 2 girls. Our son is going to be handsome, smart, and kind, just like his father. Our daughters will be as beautiful and charming as I am. Oh, I can't wait to start our life together.
Okay, you're starting to creep me out. I'm gonna call security.
Call security? Oh, you mean to kick Melanie out of the hospital?
No, they'll be kicking you out of here. You're delusional. You even think I'm in love with you.
Well, duh. You are in love with me. You said that you loved me way more than you ever loved your wife.
Get away from me, you psycho!
You hear that, Melanie? Security's coming to kick you out of here.
That's it! I've had enough of this. I don't even know who you are.
Alan, what are you saying? I'm your one true love. What? You don't know her? Is that true, Alan?
Melanie, you got your voice back?
Yeah, looks like I did. But that's not important right now. Alan, so you really don't know this woman?
I've never seen her before in my life.
Then how did she get that picture?
What picture?
Here, Alan, this will refresh your memory. We were a couple during high school.
Wait, this is really me. Wait a minute. Now I remember. You were that girl who pretended to like me as a prank. I was so excited. You were the first girl who ever said that she liked me. But once we got to a carnival, you dropped the act and started making fun of me. It was one of the worst moments of my entire life. I completely shut it out of my memory. Why do you still have this picture? Is this still a part of some elaborate prank?
No, Alan, you don't understand. I meant it when I said that I liked you.
You're lying! I saw you passing that picture around to your friends. You were all laughing at me.
Then what about Megan's voice recording of you two? And her photo of you in bed together?
What voice recording? And what picture?
Oh, well...
Show me the picture now.
No, I don't wanna.
Show me the picture right now or else.
She's lying. I don't have any pictures like that, honest.
What's up, Melanie?
Oh, hey, Terry.
I just wanted to let you know I'm getting out today. I had some unused linens left over and thought you might want them. Oh, Alan's here too? Perfect timing. Can I borrow $100? How can you be asking me for money at a time like this?
I'm sorry, Terry. We're in the middle of a very important conversation.
Is that right? Well, you see, blah, blah, yada, yada. And I was just about to look at this picture.
Hey, give that back.
Wow, this is a really amateur's Photoshop job. Look, the pixels are way out of alignment. What's your deal, lady? Are you in love with Alan or something? Meh, to each his or her own, I guess.
Photoshop.
And wasn't there something about a voice recording? Could I take a listen to it?
Here it is, Terry. I asked my nurse Megan to look into the affair for me and she gave me this.
Yep, this has been altered too.
It has? Oh no.
You can hear the differences in the background noise when Alan speaks and when she does. I bet she pieced this all together from different conversations.
How could she do that?
It's simple, really. She took Alan's words from unrelated conversations and pieced them together to make them say something else.
But on the tape, Alan said that he liked her more than he liked me.
Oh, now I remember. That was from a time I was talking with Megan in the break room.
It was?
She asked me, which do I like more, hard-boiled eggs or getting stabbed in the heart? So I told her, what kind of choice is that? Of course I like hard-boiled eggs more.
Okay, what about when you said that you'd rather I suggest divorce before you do?
We talked about a lot of stuff that day. I think I probably used each of those key words over the course of the conversation. She would have had a lot of material to work with. Exactly like I thought. This audio is made of pieces of unrelated conversations. She asked Alan just enough questions to get all the words she needs, and then used a computer to splice it together.
Why couldn't you just stay out of this, you great-haired weirdo?
Who are you calling weirdo? You're the one faking an affair to get Alan and Melanie to divorce.
Alan and I are meant to be together. I'll do whatever it takes to marry him.
What the? What is this divorce agreement? I never signed this. This is a forgery. How did you copy my signature so well?
Your soul came to me in a dream, Alan. It said how miserable you were with Melanie and took over my body and signed the divorce papers for me.
What kind of idiots do you think we are? You obviously just took copies of documents Alan signed here at the hospital and practiced copying it.
Nuh-uh. It was Alan's soul. He possessed me. That's how much Alan wants to be with me. I tried to resist, but it was too strong. By the time I got control of my body back, the documents were already signed.
What do you think I am, some kind of supervillain with mind control powers? You keep making up more and more bizarre excuses to cover up the fact that you're just a simple fraudster. No, Alan, she's not just a simple fraudster. This was all premeditated for months, if not years. She's planned this all out with intricate detail. Unfortunately for her, it just wasn't good enough to get past me.
You're too late. I've already told my mom, my dad, my friends, and all of my co-workers that Alan and I are getting married this summer. It's a done deal. Everyone knows how deeply in love we are with each other.
We're not in love, and we never were. You're just suffering from severe delusions. You need to get your head examined.
You tell her, Alan. You spread lies that you were in a romantic relationship with Alan, a married man. This is textbook defamation. I hope you have a good lawyer. But it's true. Alan and I are in love. We're getting married. His heart told me.
That wasn't my heart. That was the voices in your head. I'm in love with one woman only. My wife, Melanie. I would never marry you, even if you were the last woman on earth.
You don't love her, Alan. That's all in your head.
You have zero self-awareness. You realize that? All in my head. You don't even know what's going on in your own head.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! This is all Megan's fault. If she hadn't done such a sloppy job with the voice recording and picture, my plan would have worked perfectly.
What?
Megan did this?
Ah, so you had an accomplice then.
Ugh, I knew I should have asked a professional to do it. Ugh, whatever. I can't deal with this anymore. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Whoa, does she have multiple personalities or something?
I don't know about multiple personalities, but the one thing I can say for sure is that she's in need of some serious help.
You're lucky we figured this all out before it got really messy, Ellen. Man, this has been one crazy day.
Melanie, you could keep this loser. I thought I could get an easy ticket to the sweet life by stealing Alan from you, but he's more trouble than he's worth. I'm gonna go find a new sugar daddy. I can't believe I wasted all my time on him. Well, that was more than enough excitement for one day. I'm still not sure whether she was actually crazy or just pretending the whole time. But in any event, there was no way we were gonna let her just walk out scot-free like that. The second she left the room, Alan got on the phone with the local police department. She was charged with blackmail, fraud, forgery, and a litany of other crimes. The jury was appalled by her actions and sentenced her to hard prison time. That wasn't all. After all the emotional stress her lies had caused me, as well as damage to Alan's reputation due to the false rumors she spread around the hospital, we sued her for defamation in civil court and won a hefty judgment. Her nursing license was obviously revoked, so she's gonna have a pretty hard time paying for that off after she gets out. As for Megan, she was fired from the hospital for participating in the scheme against Alan and me. As for me,
Congratulations on finally getting released, Melanie. I was so worried about you, and I was so lonely in our house without you.
Alan, don't cry. Everyone can see you.
But I was really worried. I thought you might never speak again.
I'm sorry to have worried you, Alan.
No, you don't need to apologize for anything, Melanie. If anything, I'm the one who should apologize. I should have realized what was going on sooner.
This wasn't your fault at all, Alan. If I hadn't been so afraid to talk to you about that woman, then we could have prevented so much of what happened. I'm a terrible wife to have doubted you.
Don't talk like that, Melanie. You're a great wife. From now on, let's promise each other to communicate more, okay? I love you, and I want you to be able to talk to me about anything.
Okay, I promise. You can come to me whenever anything is troubling you too, okay? We've been through a lot over these last few weeks. We came incredibly close to getting divorced. I'm so relieved to know that the man I trusted wasn't betraying me after all. And after getting through all the trials together, I think me and Alan are going to be closer than we were ever before. I see a lot of great things coming for us in our future. Here we go. Trouble Busters.